The example 1 is represent the following situations mathematically. So here the first part is John and Jivanti together have 45 marbles. They both are having 45 marbles in total. Both of them lost 5 marbles each. So which means that the number of marbles that John has now, it will be the number of marbles that he has initially minus 5. Same happens with Jivanti. And the product of the number of marbles they now have is 124. So after subtracting 5 marbles each, the number of marbles that they now have, its product is 124. It's given. We would like to find out how many marbles they had to start with. First of all, we'll assume the number of marbles that they both are having. So let John has X number of marbles. Now, since the number of marbles that John and Jivanti together have, it is equals to 45. So if we are assuming John has X number of marbles, then automatically Jivanti has 45 minus X number of marbles. Now, according to the question, they both lost 5 marbles each. So now, since they both lost 5 marbles each, therefore, John has now X minus 5 number of marbles and Jivanti has 45 minus X minus 5, which in turn is equals to 40 minus X marbles. Now, according to the question, the number of marbles that they have now, its product is equals to 124. So let's write down X minus 5 into 40 minus X. X minus 5 is the number of marbles that John has now and 40 minus X is the number of marbles that Jivanti has now. Their product is equal to 124. So now let's simplify this further. We will be getting X into 40, 40X, X into minus X, that is minus X square, minus 5 into 40, which is minus 200, and minus 5 into minus X, it is plus of 5X, equal to 124. Now, if we will try to bring 124 towards the left hand side, we will obtain 40X minus X square minus 200 plus 5X minus 124 equal to 0. Now let's write down this entire equation in the form of decreasing exponent of the variables. So first of all, we will be writing minus X square. Now 40X plus 5X. So it is going to give us plus 45X and minus 200 minus 124 will give us minus 324 equal to 0. Now since here we have minus 1 as the coefficient of X square, what we will do is we will try to multiply this entire equation with minus 1 in order to eliminate this minus 1 as a coefficient of X square. So multiply equation with minus 1 on both sides. So we will get x square minus 45x plus 324 equal to 0 into minus 1, that is going to be 0. Now, we have already framed this situation mathematically. Now, I'll explain you how to solve this equation. So, what we will do is, we will try to write down the first term and the last term. So, here the first term is x square and the last term, or you can say the constant term, is 324. Now multiply both of them. We will get x square into 324. It is equals to 324 x square. Now, the middle term in the equation is minus 45x. So what we will do is, we will try to frame two such terms whose addition will be minus 45x and whose multiplication is equals to 324x square. So you have to write down two terms in such a way that their multiplication is equals to the multiplication of first term and the last term, which is 324x square, and the addition of those two terms should give you the middle term, which is minus 45x. So if we will try to think, we will get two such factors, minus 36x and minus 9x. If you will multiply both of them, minus 36x and minus 9x, you will get 324x square, and if you will add both of them, you are going to get minus 45x. So we will try to write down in the equation, we had the equation in this form, x square minus 45x plus 324 equal to 0. So we will try to write down this middle term by taking these two terms into account. So let's split x square minus 45x. We will write it down as minus 36x minus 9x plus 324 equal to 0. Now look at the first two terms. Can we take anything common? Yes. X is something which we can take common from both of them. So in the bracket we will be having x minus 36. Now look at the next two terms, minus 9x plus 324. Is there anything which we can take common? Yes, definitely we can take minus 9 common. So again in the bracket we will get x minus 36. Equate it with 0. Now look at the first two expressions, x into x minus 36 and minus 9 into x minus 36. Is there anything we can take common? Definitely. X minus 36. Now the next factor that we are going to achieve, it would be x minus 9, and equate both of them with 0. So now what is happening? We are getting two factors whose multiplication is equals to 0. So what are the possible cases? Either x minus 36 is equals to 0, or x minus 9 is equals to 0, or both of them could be equal to 0. Then only their multiplication is equals to 0, right? So what we will do? We will start with, first of all, writing x minus 36 equal to 0. If we will equate this, we are going to get x value as 36, or the other case would be x minus 9 equal to 0. So here we will get the value of x as 9. Now what did we assume as the value of x? X was the number of marbles that John is having, right? So we will have two cases depending upon the values of x that we got over here. Case 1 is when John has x equals to 36 marbles, then Jivanti will have how many? Jivanti has 45 minus x, which is equals to 45 minus 36, and hence it is 9 marbles. Now this is the first case when we assumed that John has 36 marbles. We got Jivanti has 9 marbles in that case. Now the other case would be what happens when John has, the other possible case is when x is equals to 9. So when John has x equals to 9 marbles, then how many marbles would Jivanti have? Then Jivanti has 45 minus x, which means 45 minus 9 equal to 36 marbles. So these are the possible solutions.